What's good? It's your boy JT back with another one. Um, I was watching this video. I think it's called a series called Middle Ground on YouTube. And it's pretty good. They have a lot of different things. They have religious beliefs versus um, scientific beliefs. I just watched one with mothers versus daughters, and about them getting married in society and how the generation is different. And, they have some good shows, but it made me think about something. They was talking about how the mothers wanted their children, their daughters, to get married, have family and stuff like that. But they didn't want to rush it. It was three mothers, three daughters, and one of the daughters didn't even want to have kids. The other women, they wanted to. The other two daughters wanted to, but within their own pace, get married within their own pace. And one of them was living with their boyfriend for about 4 years, and the mother and father on his side was definitely like, "Yo, y'all need to get married." And I was thinking about him because one of the persons said she thought that she was in a generation where it's really acceptable, the first generation that was acceptable to people, or the divorce rate was really high, but I think she was like 25, 26, and I'm 10 years older than her, so I'm like, nah, my generation actually was the first one. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 84, and I seen it the most in my generation. I started hearing about it. But I thought about something. All the people I know that's getting divorces and as far as relationships, and I was just thinking about how people, like, are they with somebody who they accept? Do you accept the person for who they is? And I thought about it. I was like, hold on, you know what? Forget that. It shouldn't be about do you accept somebody for who they are. It should be, do you love somebody for who they are? Like, if you have to accept somebody for who they are just to be with them, that ain't a good relationship. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not a good relationship. And all my homies that I talk to, if they say anything to me about their relationships, I be honest with them. You know what I mean? And I'm like, does that person love you for who you are? At first I was saying accept, but now I'm thinking like I'm gonna start saying love you for who you are, because you can't keep overlooking things that really bother you just because you like the other things about that person. Like, if you dealing with somebody and you love them when they're in a great mood, but you can't stand when they're in a bad mood because they get verbally abusive, they might want to fight you, or they leave you, or, you know what I'm saying, abandon you for some days or something. That ain't a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's something that we have to realize is that loving somebody for who they are. You know what I mean? You can't, or I should say, it's not good to put up with the terrible things of somebody just to be with somebody because you like other things about them. Like, with men, our problem, one of our biggest issues is we'll put up with a woman's bullshit if the sex is great. And then a lot of other women, problem is they'll put up with shit if the man is a great provider, and put up with a man treating them like shit for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But that was something I thought about. And another thing I want to speak about when it comes to relationships, especially our black relationships, I think the problem is we're not realizing how we need to go about things to have a successful relationship. And let's talk about the start of it. Like, we see Steve Harvey writing books and talking about what a woman should ask the man and all of that to make sure he's prepared and he can really go there with her and all of that stuff. But the thing we got to think about also is not everybody is meant to be in a relationship, especially if you don't find the right person. A lot of problems is we try to jump into relationships and we're not ready for relationships. Like, we got to stop doing that. Like, just because you want love don't mean you deserve it. And the reason why I say that is because you got so many people that that will get into a relationship, or like Life Jenna said in the song, you don't be a penny looking for a dime. Like, what I don't like about men, especially our brothers, I keep hearing brothers having conversations talking about you can find women out there that'll have your back and hold you down when you have nothing. No offense, but you don't deserve to be in a relationship. Like T.K. Kirkland said, you have to qualify. If you a man, you ain't got no job, you know what I'm saying, any kind of financial income coming in. I can't dish nobody for not having a car because not everybody has a car in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's, for whatever reason, not everybody has a car. But say you don't have your own place, you may not have to have your own place right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by that is, say, you know, because stuff happens, you never know. Somebody can lose their spot, have to live with family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But what I mean is, for men, what I don't like is a man be in a situation where he ain't got no job, no place to live, no vehicle. Not only that, no direct sense of direction, what he wants to do in life, where he wants to go. I mean, trying to find a relationship, trying to holler at women. It's like, nah, bro, you need to slow it down. Like, I know for me, if I have to stay with family, or whenever I'm staying with family, because I didn't have, you know what I'm saying, like I said, you never know what happened. I done had situations happen to me out of my control. Shit happens. But that's why it's like I had to for me, I had to slow it down. Like, you know what, I'm not going to be trying to holler at a bunch of females and all that, because what if they want to go somewhere and kick it, or they want to meet somewhere, or I go see them or whatever, but I ain't got no vehicle to get to them. Hey, why don't you come get me? What kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you know what I'm saying, I ain't saying that women can't hold their own and they ain't getting it, but I mean, at least have half of what they have. Meet them halfway, because I just don't think it's fair, especially as a man, that we trying to sit around here and use women and then want to holler, I'm a man. You can't do that. So for me, it's like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. If I ain't got a job, I ain't trying to holler at no female. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have to holler at me so I can tell her what's going on and why I don't think we should talk, or I ain't really try to holler at you. I appreciate you liking me, but I ain't finna try to holler at nobody. And I think us as men, we gotta stop that shit. And my brothers, we gotta stop that shit. We gotta stop. Oh, you know, woman going. I remember hearing dudes, a woman, man, you got women out here hold you down, man, when you first meet. And I was just like, I had to interject. I was like, well, I'm sorry, y'all, but for me, nah. Unless I get my shit together, I don't want no woman to have to do a motherfucking thing for me. Now, if you with somebody and unfortunate things happen, of course you want your partner to hold you down. But when you first meet them, they got to hold you down, and then you get up and then you leave them, because dudes do that shit too. And my mind be blown like, that's some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? You have a woman hold you down when they first meet you, and then you get up and then you haul ass on. That's some sucker shit. And then another thing, in my opinion, what I see women do that it's not good is women doing it. Trying to take care of a dude, build him up, and then he leave you, and then you looking like, man, what kind of shit is that? That's because you met him at a point where he needed help. And instead of you just encouraging him, you move him in. He ain't got to pay no bills. He don't clean up around the house. You let him borrow your car. He don't really help you with your children. You can kind of see that he ain't gonna be shit. And then you got some dudes that be good at tricking women, do all that shit, and still leave a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think women should do that shit. Like, that shit gotta stop. Y'all women, especially our sisters, got to stop taking care of fucking men. Stop doing that shit, man. Stop. Let that man rise on his own 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? Because I get tired of seeing women do that. For a lot of women, I be thinking like, okay, so you wanna play like Mr. Potato Head with a dude and try to put them together so you can have your full Mr. Potato Head. I don't think that shit is cool. Like, that shit need to stop. You know what I'm saying? So I be watching these shows when they're talking about black love and black relationships. My biggest thing, I think, God willing, we got to work on getting back to a place to just being there for each other. I don't think it needs to be more so about men getting into a relationship with women. It needs to be more of men getting back to a place where they being fathers to their children. You know what I'm saying? No offense to the women, but if y'all broke up or divorced, he don't have to get back with you. But it's most important is he taking care of his kids, his responsibilities. That's what men got to get back to, and being more gentleman-like. But that does not mean like you can be a gentleman. It don't mean just gentleman for women, but in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they used to say, you know, he's a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? A gentleman is a gentleman. you know what I'm saying, a man's man, where, you know, I'm speaking to people. How you doing? Good morning. You know, addressing people respectfully. You know what I'm saying? You don't. It's just not holding a door open for a woman, but you hold a door open for anybody. Hey, don't worry, bro. I got you. I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you looking out for your people, giving other brothers advice. You know what I'm saying? Being respectful to women, just period. Because, but at the same time, what women gotta understand too. If we saying men trash and men need to get better, when you see men getting better, don't still try to think, because women romanticize too much. Y'all gotta stop watching so much our own and the damn Hallmark channel and Disney movies and stuff like that. Y'all need to be more realistic, sisters especially. If a man being respectful to you and he's just speaking, that don't mean he always want to holler at you either. Like, don't get that shit out your head. But at the same time, for brothers, if you speak to a woman and she says hello, that don't mean she wants you to holler at her either. So that's why I say we gotta get back to a space and progress to a better space where we respect each other, and the love comes from respect. You know what I'm saying? We got to respect each other, because love is nothing if you don't respect somebody. I don't care what nobody tell you. You can love, like let's take it like kids that love their parents. They still gonna be disobedient. They still gonna, you know what I'm saying, not listen to their parents. That don't mean they don't love them, but they don't respect them. And it is always it's not disrespect, but it's just no respect there like it should be. And we got to get back to a place, or progress to a place where we're doing better on that. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to relationships and how we deal with each other, it's better that we work on, you know, getting to a better place and helping each other to heal each other, not really worrying about selfishness. You know what I'm saying? Finding a common ground, because of course you want the best things for you, but you have to really show those things for as what's the word I'm looking for? I be getting lost in my words sometimes. But like when you doing all those things, it shows. You know what I'm saying? That you deserve it. If you're a person out there working hard, people gonna see it. If you're a person out there that show respect, people gonna see it. If you're a person out there that's doing the best you can and making sure you take care of your responsibilities, your family, your children, people gonna see it. And then you can go from there, how you decide to deal with somebody if they dealing with you on your level. So I just wanted to throw that. I'm gonna make another video real soon, because I was thinking about making one a couple nights ago. So I'm gonna make another one. But I just wanted to throw that out there. So y'all go ahead and leave y'all comments. What you think about when it comes to relationships with people in general, with men and women in general, how we deal with certain things. So go ahead, like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe if this is your first time. Shout out to all the ones that's already subscribed, the opposite from the norm. I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna get back at with y'all with another one. All right.